Hello, Newsweek fans. This is Gary Loss, the journalist with Newsweek. It's with a sad heart that I did this assignment, or I chose this assignment. I wanted to honor the brave men and women who died for our country. Because on August 26, 2021, 11 Marines, one sailor, and one Army soldier died in an enemy attack as they were supporting the evacuation in Afghanistan. This is just my little part to acknowledge how important they are and what they mean to America as a whole. So here we go. And you should also know that each of these soldiers has received numerous awards, too many to mention, but they were very distinguished and they deserve to be recognized. And with that, we start. Sergeant Johnny Rosario Piccardo, age 25, of Lawrence, Massachusetts. Fellow Marine First Lieutenant Jack Coppola said of her, her service was not only crucial to evacuating thousands of women and children, but epitomizes what it means to be a Marine, putting herself in danger for the protection of American values that others might be able to enjoy them themselves. She is a hero, and her legacy will never be forgotten. Sgt Nicole L Greene, 23, of Sacramento, California. Former roommate and friend Sergeant Mallory Harrison said of G, I can't quite describe the feeling I get when I force myself to come back to reality and think about how I'm never going to see her again, how her last breath was taken doing what she loved, helping people. Then there was an explosion, and just like that, she's gone. Staff Sergeant Darren T. Hoover, 31, of Salt Lake City, Utah. His fiancee, Nicole Weiss, said of him, he had the biggest heart of anyone I've ever met. I want everyone to know how much of an amazing man he was, and ask that people don't forget not only his sacrifice, but the family behind his great sacrifice as well, as we have truly lost such an integral part of our family. Corporal Hunter Lpez, 22, of Indio, California, a rifleman. The Riverside Sheriff's Association said in a statement, like his parents who serve our community, being a Marine to Hunter wasn't a job. It was a calling. He loved his family, and as we grieve for Hunter and his fellow Marines taken from us too soon, there are simply no words to express how deeply he will be missed. Semper Fi. Corporal Dagan W. Page, 23, of Omaha, Nebraska, a rifleman. In a statement from his family, they said, Dagan always looked forward to coming home and hanging out with his family and many buddies in Nebraska. To his younger siblings, he was their favorite jungle gym, and to his friends, he was a genuinely happy guy that you could always count on. Corporal Humberto A. Sanchez, 22, of Logansport, Indiana, a rifleman. His former art teacher said of him, I remember Humberto very fondly. He was a great kid. He's still a kid to me. I was heartbroken when I heard the news of what happened. Lance Corporal David L. Espinoza, 20, of Rio Bravo, Texas, a rifleman. Major Jose Loya, a retired Air Force veteran and a junior ROTC senior instructor at United High School, where they honored Lance Corporal Espinoza, said, how ironic and terrible that one of the last lives lost in the 20-year war was somebody from our little town of Laredo. Lance Corporal Jared M. Schmitz, 20, of St. Charles, Missouri, a rifleman. Upon learning of his son's death, Lance Corporal J. Smith's father said, as his parents, of course, we were terrified. I don't have words for how upset we are. He was probably one of the coolest, most unique individuals I've ever met. I'm very honored that I could call him my son. Lance Corporal Riley J. McCollum, age 20, of Jackson, Wyoming, a rifleman. One of his sisters, Cheyenne McCollum, said of him, "We want to make sure that people know that these are the kids that are sacrificing themselves, and he's got a family who loves him and a wife who loves him and a baby he'll never get to meet." Lance Corporal Dylan R. Marola, 20, of Rancho Cucamonga, California, a rifleman. Shortly before his untimely, Lance Corporal Marola wrote to his mother saying, "I won't be able to talk for a little while. We're being sent to a different location. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon." His mother said of her son, "He was one of the best kids ever, kind, loving, giving to every single person. He would give anything for anybody," and he did. Lance Corporal Kareem M. Nichols, 20, of Norco, California. His grandmother said of him, "Everybody remembering him as a hero is exactly what my grandson is, a hero. He did what he wanted to do, and saving those families and those children meant so much to him." Navy Corpsman Maxton W. Soviak, 22, of Berlin Heights, Ohio. His final words to his mother over FaceTime when he was telling her goodbye after she told him to be safe were, "Don't worry, Mom, my guys got me. They won't let anything happen to me." And finally, Staff Sergeant Ryan CS, age 23, of Corryton, Tennessee. His wife said of him, "If it had been one person over there who needed him, he would have been there, and he would have known the outcome. Excuse me. And if he would have known the outcome, he would have still done it, because it was the ultimate sacrifice that he could give for his country." These 13 soldiers not only laid down their life willingly, but proudly. Part of being a soldier is facing death squarely in the eyes, despite the overwhelming fear that comes with such valor. But we shouldn't put these soldiers in predicaments when we don't have to. Otherwise, we dishonor their service. And their deaths do not have to be in vain. But the only way that will be accomplished is by never allowing this kind of thing to happen again. God bless these men and women of our military. Goodbye.